Silent Hill F is a standalone spin-off of the Silent Hill franchise, and it's set during the 1960s in the fictional Japanese town of a name that I'm not Japanese. I'm not even going to try to I'm not going to butcher that name. You can look it up. But anyway, it follows high school student Hinako Shimizu as she navigates the town after it is consumed by fog while solving puzzles and fighting grotesque monsters to survive. All right. So after I played the Silent Hill 2 the 2024 remake, this game came out like a year later. This game would came come out, and every gamer and every gamer was playing it. It was trending. Like I think PlayStation was sponsoring this game, and people were it was trendy. It was very popular, and people were talking about it. There was so much hype, just like the Silent Hill 2 remake, similar to it. And I was like, all right, I guess I'll play this one too. um and this game is so much fun. It is beautifully grotesque. It is a beautifully grotesque departure from the series. um it's amazing. It's developed by Neobards Entertainment and written by cult horror legend um, Ri- Ryukishi '07. And yeah, like, this game is so great, and this game is so much. It's so unique and it's so different. And the story and atmosphere is very exceptional. For its like it captures that 1960s Japanese settings, and I find the terror to be very beautiful, and the aesthetic is just beautifully terrifying. You know, the visuals are outstanding here. It would the visuals would later, win the 2025 Steam Outstanding Visual Style Award. So congratulations, Silent Hill F. The combat, yeah, the combat is my huge issue with this game. It's very poor. It is more poor than the Silent Hill 2 game, or I don't know, but like it's very poor, maybe downpour. Silent Hill Downpour. But yeah, the combat in this is very poor. It is the game's number one weakest link. It's clunky, repetitive, and I felt very miserable having to, like. It's just it's so poor. They should have really find a different, unique, a different alternative way to for the combat system. But it's the one weakness that this game has. I thought the performance was pretty solid. And by performance, I don't mean like the voice actors. I mean like the platforms. It's one of the better optimized Unreal Engine 5 titles on the PC and PS5. I did play this game on my PS5. There are some highlights that we shall break down. The narrative depth. I just love the game for tackling heavy themes like gender discrimination, oppressive family structures, and the shredding of the self, and all that obviously in Japan. The silent, and also it maintains that Silent Hill identity. Some long-term fans and reviewers argue that the game lacks the intangible essence of the original trilogy, feeling more like a standalone Japanese horror title in the Silent Hill brand attached. I don't see what you guys see. I mean, this is a standalone spin-off. It's a standalone spin-off. I don't really care about that. I don't really care about that. I have no issues with that. Um, the multiple playthroughs. There's a lot of emphasis of the first ending coming home to roost. It's just the beginning. The true depth of the story only reveals itself through subsequent endings. And speaking of the endings, there are five endings. The first one, coming home to roost. The default first one ending reveals the events may have been a medication-induced psychotic episode. There's the fox's wedding. Hinako accepts her role in the marriage at the cost of her freedom. The fox wets its tail. Hinako rejects her suitor and escapes back to her town and her friend Shu. And then there's the town in silence, which is considered the true ending, where Hinako's human and fox identities reconcile to defeat ancient deities and find personal autonomy. And then there's the fifth ending, the final ending, the UFO ending, a series tradition rendered in a humorous motion manga style. So yeah, there are definitely five endings to this game, depending on the choices that you make and all that stuff. Without spoiling too much, but yeah, like it's pretty, but yeah, it sold over 1 million copies in the first day after launch, making it the fastest selling entry of the series. So congratulations! It, like I said, it won the visuals, because the visuals won an award. But yeah, my only issue. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. A really great. This is a really great. Um, this is a really great standalone spin-off of the Silent Hill franchise, like taking a step away from from the American towns and civilizations, and going to a different approach, a unique, bold approach that works, that really works. My one issue, like I said, is the combat. They should have find an alternate way, or maybe polish it or do something, but the combat is just so poor, and it's so, I mean, like the enemies, like the monsters, like it is very frustrating. Let's just say that it's very frustrating, and it takes a little, not a whole lot, but it takes a little while to kill the monsters in this game. Yeah, it's very frustrating. The combat is the one issue I have with this game, but everything else is really great. But anyway, guys, that's all I have to say for Silent Hill F. A great step away from everything, from the traditional Silent Hill games, and going into a different, unique approach. But anyway, that's all I have to say, ladies and gentlemen. Please like and subscribe. Definitely subscribe, because that will help me and my YouTube channel out a lot. And I will see you guys in my next video. Peace.